Hey, hey. Good afternoon. Good evening. But my internet is blurry. Is it blurry for y'all? My face looks like pockmarked. It's raining here. Started this morning. It shouldn't interfere with my internet, but hey, I'm currently at my homestead and with a satellite connection to get to the ridge across the valley, things happen. So hopefully it's going to clear up. The light is also a little dim because of that, but man, I'm blurry. But like I said, hopefully it'll go away. If it doesn't, I'll end or we'll push through it. I'll move some more slowly. I don't know. Hi. I see I've got one person here. So let's roll. My name is Lucinda, and my channel is Vntastic Finds, standing for Fantastic Vintage. Just a little twist. I feel like I've been needing to take a lot of deep breaths since Thanksgiving. The holidays are breathing down my neck. And while I really enjoy Christmas, I enjoy a day of giving thanks. It's a rough time of year too, not just for me, but for a lot of people. We experience our loss more deeply. Winter is traditionally a time of loss of our elders and others from simple things like a flu. It's a reminder that they're not here to celebrate with us, spouses, friends. And so I would encourage everyone to remember that there's people out there that need a phone call, that need a little extra love. Send them a Christmas card, bake them some cookies. Reach out. It's hard right now. So, I started selling vintage jewelry when eBay was like a year old, 2001. My husband owned a vintage toy shop in the mid 1980s. I've been picking and thrifting most of my life. I grew up going to thrift stores because we couldn't afford new clothes when I was little, except the beginning of school, Christmas, those presents, where you unwrap. And beginning of summer, I love it. I still love it. And I do my best to pay attention to trends, pay attention to prices, and bring what captures my attention and what I think will capture your attention. I use pirate ship, like pretty much everyone does, to cut down the cost by about a third. It is holiday mail time, y'all. Holiday mail time. So that means that I think if you're planning on getting any gifts for anyone, or you want something for yourself, December 12th would be my cutoff date for expecting that you will get it. And that may be a little early unless you get something and you want it sent priority mail. Then you can be pretty assured that you'll get it unless it gets lost. Since this is the only week that I'm going to be at my homestead, this live sale, everything will be invoiced tomorrow and shipped out by Friday. And if it's not paid by Friday, if I cannot invoice by tomorrow, which I promise I will do, but I would have to be paid and get it to my little local post office by Friday because it's closed on the weekend up here. I got 5,000 people that live in this valley. It will roll into being taken down to my father's house in the San Francisco Bay Area. And since he has a surgery on Monday, I cannot guarantee that it will get into the mail until Thursday. I'm doing a friend selling with friends next week, Tuesday. So, and then I'll do my live sale Wednesday. So that means everything would go in the mail Thursday. That's the 14th. So keep it in mind. If you want it right away, let me know. Tell me, send it priority mail, send it first class, whatever you want. If you're not concerned and you're just buying it because it's something you collect and you're just interested, because I don't only bring holiday items. I do bring some, but I bring stuff that you would like all year round. So just keep all that in mind. My email is in the chat, mscwalker@att.net. It's also in my channel information. So, hey, here we are. Let me know how you're doing. Say hi in the chat. Tell me what the weather is like where you're at. Is it snowing? Is it raining? Is it nice and sunshiny? Maybe you live in the desert, I don't know. I've got friends from all over the country. So, let's start. I've got a plethora of items, some on the low end, some on the little higher end, and in between. Let's kick it off with this. I think this is really cool. And hopefully, again, I'm blurry, but hopefully that's going to go away. So, this Dart family nail box. I don't know why the whole family needs nails, but okay. I love that particular thing. It is from the Cress stores, which were like Woolworths. I'm sure a lot of you remember. I'll show you that on the back in a minute. It's in, I would say, low medium condition. Handy for odd jobs. I love the graphics on this. I have all kinds of metal tins. I just display them. I keep picks, tiny cupcake picks, little minis, small ephemera, etc. inside while I display them. Showing you all sides. Like I said, it's in low medium condition. Even at low medium condition, I see these selling for about $15 online. And I am asking 10. And let's see if I can do this while I show you. It $10. Buy it now. Let me turn this right side up with the letter K. Letter K. And, what's this big? Ew. If anyone wants to know, it's 3.5 inches long by 2.25 wide by about 1.5 inches tall. So, letter K. Buy it now, $10. Can someone tell me if I'm blurry on their end, please? There's nothing I can do about it, but it would be nice to know if you can see the items clearly or not. So if anyone would like to type in the chat, yes, it's blurry, but I can see you. I can see the items, or no, it's horrible. That would be helpful. Okay. we're going to move on from that, and we're going to start this item at $12. So these are really fun. I would have liked to have had them out at Thanksgiving. I forgot about them, but they are year round. And while they are turkey looking, this guy looks turkey-ish, right? This one, so let me show you the turkey-ish one. No chips, no cracks, no problems. The colors are more pigeon. This, to me, these are puffed up pigeons. I love the tail. Puffed up pigeons. Have you ever seen those pigeons in the city where they puff way up? They don't quite expand their tail feathers like that, but these colors are giving me pigeon vibes. Made in Japan. These were probably 1960s. So that's the male. Here's the female. And she's, I don't know what's been going on between the two of them, but, and I think, yep, she's the salt, and she pours out this way. I think these would be really cool on your dinner table. I also think that if you collect shakers or you like to display little figurines, these are beautiful colors. They are not cold painted, so they're late 50s into early 60s because they're actually glazed over. Colors are beautiful. Here's a little head. This one has a cork. Whether it's original or not, I don't know. This one does not have a cork. And they are about 2 inches tall in total. $12. And that is just a couple dollars more than I paid for them. I think they're gorgeous. Okay. I got another one of these beginnings to my sale where nobody's talking to me. I get lonely. You could say hi. Okay. Something totally different. We're going to pass on that. Everyone always says this. Resellers say this. If you come in late or you watch this on the replay and you see something you're interested in, just shoot me an email and ask me about it. Now, the only problem with this particular sale is that I am leaving Sunday morning. So I would need you to ask for the item by Saturday, and you would not be able to get it, good Lord, till January, because it's the holidays. My dad's having surgery, and I'm going to be down there until almost January. So generally speaking, it's not a problem, but this time around it is. Okay, so this item is going to start at $8. And you know what? Let's just make it a buy it now, because what? Yeah, because why not? Why not? So there is 3 of them. I gotta tell you, I'll show you one. They're all exactly the same. The tags have all been cut off, but based on the items that they were with, I believe they're at least 20 years old, if not older. Another clue for me about that is because their arms move. They have movable arms, and that makes me go with 80s, maybe 70s. Could still be early made in China. They're ornaments. I suspect because some of the items I found these with were Russ, R-U-S-S. They could be Russ, but you know, I'm not positive. So they're just 3 little hanging snowman. Buy it now, $8. They are about 2 inches tall by 2 inches wide. This guy has a little fuzz. There's no color conditions. They're in great condition. Now, what is happening to his little scarf? I mean, his little bow tie. Hold on. Oh, hold on. It's just crooked, and oh, that's just some kind of manufacturing deal. It's yeah. So there you go. 3, $8. Passing. I like to keep it moving. Okay. I just look so very blurry and very weird. I apologize, y'all. Okay, so this is going to start at 15. No, 14. 14. Plain. In other words, it does not have any green coloring inside. I have a couple of them that have green coloring inside. Leaded glass. Christmas tree. No chips, no cracks. I will always tell you if there's something going on. Okay, so this one has no chips, no cracks, except for, where is it? Right here, there is the tiniest spot, and it's rough to the touch. So it's not from manufacturing because it's a smooth ponto. So someone knocked something against this, probably when they were packing it away. It doesn't affect in any way. It doesn't have any cracks. It sits perfectly flat. I will measure, and I know these are perfect, but I also know that any kind of Christmas stuff that's being sold, we are it's about to be done. It's, you know, it's oversaturated and done. This is a 6-inch. Can you see that? 6-inch tall. So it's a great size to hidey hole in by about 3.5 at the bottom. 6-inch, 3.5 at the bottom. Start at 14. Excellent price. Really cute. Fitting into your little display. Just like that. Okay. I can tell what today is going to be like already. Y'all. Hi. Susan. Hi. Thank you for coming in and saying hello to me. Yes, it is glass, Susan. Absolutely. It is glass. It weighs about, it probably weighs about a pound. Yep, I'd go with a pound. Yeah, it's one of those typical, leaded glass trees. I have some that have like the green inside. Some are 6 inches. Some are almost 12. Some are about 8. Yes. 14. Start. And there you go, Susan. I'm going to count it down for Susan. So if anyone else is interested, it's a good price. Let me know. I'm going to say going once, going twice, and then sold in the chat. Going once. How's it going, Susan, by the way? What's it like where you are? What's the weather like? Sold. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. I wasn't going to be sad if it didn't sell. I was going to just stick it over with my display. You cannot see from over here at all. Is there anything you can see if I move? No. Well, you could see a Santa hiding over there. Oh, Susan. It's 70 degrees there? Girl. I send some of it over here, please. Man, that's awesome. Thank you for that purchase. So these are going to start at 18 for the pair. 18 for the pair. I think they're really fun and really cool for Christmas. So let's see what Eeyore is saying. He is saying, oh, okay, Susan. Yeah, I was wondering, I was like, Kansas, shouldn't it be really cold there? You know, I've been through Kansas, but I was like, hey, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't live there. Eeyore says, thanks for noticing me. Oh, well. It's not much of a tail, but I'm sort of attached to it. So here we go. It is, I'm so blurry. It is this really nice lavender color. It's more when the light with my hand, it's that darker lavender with the little pink raindrops. These clouds are actually raised, you know, like a sand painting. It feels like sand or like glitter. Eeyore is popping out. He's right here. He's three-dimensional. His nose and his ears, all this is popping out 3D. Just this one. The rest is flat. There are two. Let me read this to you first. Authentic original Disney parks, copyright Disney, based on the Winnie the Pooh works by A.A. Milne and E.H. Shepard, made in Thailand. So these are from 90s, I believe, maybe early 2000s. Like I said, and they're a good size. They're like a really hefty mug. There are two of them. And see this one in the darker color, and then see how this one's so washed out? That's bizarre. But they are the exact same color in real life. They are a bluish purple on the inside. I honestly am not clear that these were ever used. The bottoms have a little bit of discoloration, but if they were used, they were never put through a dishwasher. Someone took great care of them. No chips, no cracks. $18 starting for the pair. And I am going to do a measurement. And Eeyore pops out, which I really love. They're 4.5 inches tall and almost 4 inches wide. So this will hold a whole lot of hot cocoa for you, for your young boys, young girls, and if anyone loves Winnie the Pooh or Eeyore, this is a really great price for Disney merchandise, Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. And I'm so sorry about the blurry. I wish the color was coming in better. And that I wasn't blurry, but there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to move on. I'm just going to say pass from that. And this item is going to start at 28 for the set. God, so blurry. No other internet is on. 28 for the set. These are, I want to tell you how tall they are. 3.5 inches tall by about 3.5 inches wide. A ruby red glass. They are not flashed. I have 4. So you're bidding on start $20 for the set. They are, isn't it? Hold on. Even though I've got a lot of light on. Yeah. They are Avon. I believe they're the Cape Cod Avon. No chips, no cracks. They're absolutely beautiful, dark red. Beautiful year-round Christmas, Valentine's. Super fancy. You know, not all Avon is junk. Not at all. In fact of the matter is, I'm waiting for Avon to come back. Avon created a lot of really awesome stuff that somehow has just gone out of vogue. So $28 for the set. Really dark red. When the light hits and it comes through, set it up at your coffee bar. Set it up at the kids' table. Excellent eggnog, juice, whiskey, sour. You figure it out. All right. It's up to you. There's the inside. I think lovely. The edging on the bottom is super cool. It's like pedestal, not hexagon, but you know what I mean, right? And then just this pattern that pressed glass could be anything. I think these were 70s, late 60s. There's 4 of them. Okay, pass and moving on to $18 choice. I have 2 of them. Sorry. Beautiful, hand painted on them, although this is not someone at home doing it. They were hand painted at the factory. I believe these are 1950s, and I actually could be wrong. It might be, if I'm remembering, 1940s with the gold paint, the beautiful red tulips, thin melt glass vase is because there are 2 of them. I remember, I'm trying to see. God, it's so dark today. I remember, and the white melt glass is encased in clear glass. I remember the maker. I should have wrote it down because now I forgot. It's a really good one though. These are collectible. They're really gorgeous. Smooth ponto, excellent work. They're not American made, if I remember correctly. And they have this really nice petal edging. Thin, but not paper thin. Here they are. Slightly different but not much because, people were at the factory were painting this on. So you wouldn't want to put these in the dishwasher. They're beautiful year round and they tuck in with any type of glass. That's a great thing about white glass is it fits in with anything. And they're 9 inches tall. 9 inches tall. I should have brought some sprigs over here to try to show you what they would look like with something in them, but I didn't. So there you go. So $18 choice. I think they're beautiful. I debated keeping these, but I do that with a lot of stuff. So, and I can't keep it all. Okay. So sorry, y'all. Gonna say thank you, Susan. I'm gonna say pass on that. And I'm gonna say the start on this is 24. This next item. I do not know the maker. When I looked this up when I got it, which was a while ago, it's been sitting in my hidey hole of things. I looked up, I Google imaged it. I looked for similar items. And the problem is because it's got this basic 5 fingers and it's a stretch swan vase. And then it's got this beautiful bulbous bottom. This is indented. So there's all those like bulbous indents going down. That's how they swung it and they pull up and make those fingers. And then it's got like the opalescent encased white on the inside of a very light emerald green. I couldn't find the maker. Now, it's stretched and swung, but it also has this mold on only the bottom. So this bottom was created separately in a mold. The 2 pieces were put together and the bottom was put on. It doesn't have a maker's mark. Has a really nice smooth pontil. It is indented just a little bit. There's the straw marks. So it's not Chinese. It's not a repro. It's definitely, I don't know. It doesn't glow. It's definitely older glass. It's quite gorgeous, but I don't know the maker. And I don't know glass like this a lot. You see? So here's the encased and there's like clear. And then there's white really clearly. Then it's not so clear here. Then there it is there, and it does not glow. I think it's gorgeous. It is, let me measure for you. It's not small. My head is 8 inches. So I'm going to guess that this is about almost 12. From the top of the biggest finger down, yep, 12. 12 inches tall by probably 4 inches on the bottom. Hi, Karen. How's it going, honey? Nice to see you. Yeah, I love the colors on this one, too. I really wish that I could identify the maker. I mean, the closest thing I could get was liking, but the bottom isn't right. So I just threw my hands up in the air, and it's just vintage. swung, 5-fingered, encased glass vase. I thought it was appropriate to bring up at this time of year. It's also a springtime color, so no chips, no cracks, no damage. There is a bubble right here that's actually just slightly on the outside, but it's not a chip or a crack. It's a bubble. So sorry. There you go. That was a text about my dad from my daughter. I'll get to it after this. So, 24. Karen, the reception on my internet is bad. It's really blurry. You're heading home from Canada. Karen, I'm going to put this. How was Canada? I've never been to Canada. Was it fun? Was it cold? Did you go to, is it like Quebec is over there and Montreal is over here? Something like that? Which part did you go to? Terrible about this stuff. Okay, passing on that. This is going to start at 10. It's going to start at 10. I brought this before. This and Tuesday on Friends Selling Friends, my spot is 11:30 Pacific Daylight Time, which is 2:30 Eastern Standard Time and 1:30 Central Standard Time on Janine's channel, only for half an hour. If this doesn't sell today, at 10, I'll bring it there, and then it will get put away until next year. So this glass, each different striation of color is slightly raised. You can just feel, each little swirl, and yet at the same time it's smooth. It's hard to explain. It's a really, looks like a Christmas mint on the bottom. It's very well done. It's polished and smooth. I have no idea about the maker. $10 is, I think, an excellent price. I know from previous that this is 4.5 by about 2.5, 3 inches tall. I would say it's a must-have. Now, that ridging is not inside. Inside is clear and smooth. It's on the outside. Starts at 10. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. You love Canada? Nice. I know. I'm planning on a lot of things, but I have to wait until my dad is done with his time here. And I love the way it goes from here and then spins out. So nice. Hi, Angie. You can do it. Welcome to my channel. Skied. Now, Karen, I'm going to put this aside. Karen, I think people that barrel down hills on 2 sticks, holding on to 2 even smaller sticks, are out of their mind. I don't get it. It terrifies me. I've tried to get on a ski lift and go up, and I've been on trams that go up, like at South Lake Tahoe here in California, and elsewhere in the country. I can't remember where. Maybe North Carolina? Chimney Rock? I can't remember. But at any rate, no. 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 This freaks me out. No. That's what. No. Okay. So I'm glad there's people who enjoy it, but man, all I can think of is breaking my legs. So this is not my thing. Okay, so this is a set of really nice barware, and it is going to start at $35 for the set. It's like rock whiskey glasses. Oh, wait. Hold on. Karen, my friend, I'm assuming you're bidding on that bowl because there's nothing else that's been that. So I'm going to count it down for you. Going once. If anyone else is interested, now would be the time. Put in a bid of 11 or higher. Yeah. Well, I'm blurry. So if you're lagging and I'm blurry, together we can do this. Okay. So if no one's putting in a bid of 11 or higher, it's going to be sold to my friend Karen. Sold. Karen. I think you'll love it. And like I said, I'll invoice you, everyone, tomorrow, and I will get it. If it gets paid by Friday, I will ship it out. Otherwise, Karen, because you might have come in late, it's going to get held up in a horrible lag. And the only way I could get it to you, because my father has surgery next Monday, I won't be shipping till the following Thursday. And anything that someone would want would have to go priority, and you're getting really close. So everyone, please keep that in mind. This is, it's the holiday season. And in addition, I'm a carer for my father, and he has a surgery. So there's just not much I can do about it. Sorry. I feel bad for even saying that, but it's the truth. I know, Karen. I'm just saying that because I'm concerned that people would buy something and they would like to give it as a gift or display it for Christmas. And unfortunately, this is just that my post office up here is closed on the weekend. And they close at 4:30 and they're not open on the weekends. So there's just, I'm kind of stuck. Okay. So back to this, $35 for the set 4. They are whiskey glasses. They are, this is cut in. The glass is kind of like Art Deco arrow. Sorry, my fingerprints are on this. Yeah, running out of time, Karen, exactly. Running out of time. This whole holiday season is just a big rush, and it's not a I love the holidays. Sorry, this is some goop that I didn't even know was on there. My God, I apologize for that. Here's the bottom. The arrow is, this is wrong. I believe the arrow is Anchor Hawking and not Hazel Atlas, because it's an anchor. So this is, they're Anchor Hawking. There's 4 of them. They are, and then I'll pick up a couple more. No chips, no cracks. I always tell you guys if there's an issue. They are 3.5 inches tall by about 3 inches around. Each one weighs, I don't know, maybe 1/4 pound, probably less. But they're really nice. They look really good together as a set. And why there's goop on that one, it's just, I needed to wash it and I didn't notice it. I apologize. So 4 of them. I think they're really fun. And they're ubiquitous. Big word. They're interchangeable because they're clear glass. You put any colored fluid in here, and there you are. So they're year round. Ground whiskey on the rocks. Art Deco, Anchor Hocking. I think late 70s, early 80s. Hey, Sarah. Hey. How's it going, my friend? Thanks for popping in. Okay, I'm going to move on to something that is early to mid 1970s, very collectible. I have only seen one other pair of these online. I think they're incredibly cool, and I would just like someone to give them to someone who loves this. How old was I? Like 15 years old when this beer made its debut. It is now, I don't even know if it's still a thing or if it's even good anymore, because I don't drink beer. But back in the day, when I did drink beer at those little, teenage parties at the park, and you had a beer and you got way too drunk and it was all just stupid, this was an excellent brand. These are I have two of them, starting at $25 for the set. Let me be very clear for the set. Fluted Lowenblau. Okay, let's do that again. Let's just do that again. Fluted Lowenblau beer glasses. Super fancy. This was, again, in the 70s at the height of brand new novelty European and especially German beers that were coming into the United States. No longer was it just Budweiser, Coors, Olympia. Oh my God, Olympia. But it was like this stuff with flavor, and that whole malted flavored beer and other essences and wines and whiskeys is still going strong today because of the movement in the 70s. So there are two of these. There is nowhere. They're in like brand new condition. The glass is not super thin. They're on this really great pedal. No idea who made them. I'm quite sure that they came from Germany. You know anyone who has a bar who is I don't know what that's called when you're a beer. There's a word when you like collect alcohol ephemera. There's a word. I don't know the word. David Coleman would know the word. Yeah, but I don't know the word. Here's the straw marks. They are not molded. They are blown. That's not a mold. You see there? There's two of them. This would be a fantastic gift for your discerning barware person. And like I said, Lowenblau used to taste really good. It was like the first one that piled into the stores along with Guinness. You don't know the word either, Sarah? But I bet David does. There's a word for people who collect things related to alcohol and for their bar. They are 7.5 inches tall. So it would fit half a beer. So you get one beer. You got two people can share it on Christmas. Okay. As I reach. Sorry, y'all. Yes. Okay. Let's do another Christmas thing. What the heck? Y'all like my little pig pin friend? I've had this for about 30 years. It's one of my favorite silver pins. I used to collect all things pig. I just thought I'd show my pig friend. Not for sale. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, Christmas. What am I doing? There's nobody here to tell me, so I better know what I'm doing or I'm in trouble. Okay. 14. Hold on. Don't I have 2? Yep. 14 choice. And I still have to get a dang cart. One day I will, I promise. But a lot of things have to happen before I can do that. Or at least one thing, and that would be really sad when it does happen. This is the first one. 2 little bears. Mom's got a muff. I don't know, Karen, but I like the word. It sounds like a punk rock band. And there's the little boy or girl. They're ice skating along. No chips, no cracks. Got the blue on here so you can see where they've been skating on the ice. It's a little indent and raised right there, which I think is a neat touch. It is glazed, so this one is not cold paint. And this one sold at Betty's Gift Shop for $28.85. It was handcrafted. It's Otagiri, Japan music box. This one. I need to, hold on. Here. I have no idea what that song is, but trust me, it goes round and round. I'm going to put him on a pedestal in a minute and let you see. And this little one is Little Mouse with his presents in a suit, little belt. This is cold paint. So while this one, Otagiri, I suspect is more the late 60s, early 70s because it's actually fully glazed. This little guy has got to be earlier because he's not. He is still cold painted. His cold paint is there. And he simply says, bop, bop. Lord, I hate dark days like this because I can't see anything. Made in Japan. Also a music box. And this one is Silent Night. Got his stocking filled with gifts. Start 14 choice. There's the bottom of this one. And the little tag made in Japan is under there. And this one, the whole Betty's Otagiri on off. They're both Otagiri. One is earlier, one is later. So I'll wind them both up on this thing for a minute and show you. Gotta love that noise, right? Not when they're both going at once. It's an excellent price. They're in perfect condition, no chips, no cracks. Otagiri is highly collectible. And I'm going to move forward. They have on off. Let's see if I can off it. That one. This one doesn't have an on off. So they're going to have to sit back there and do their thing. The good thing about it is, sorry about that. clear. With them both playing at once, I won't get a strike. Okay, so this next item starts at 18. I love this. It reminds me of something that Hager would do, but it is not Hager. It is a planter, ivy, with this cream paint. I believe it's just, I think it's just a California pottery. It's possible that it's Royal Copley because of the really deep, lovely colors. And I'll show you the bottom and tell you why I think that. But, you know, I'm just saying things. I cannot be definitive about this. It does have crazing in the top glaze because this is from the early 1950s. The colors are just fantastic. Here's the bottom, which is why it tends to lead me on a trail of either California pottery or Royal Copley. But, you know, I don't know. And it's at least early 1950s. It could be a little older. But the fact that it's glazed leads me back to the early 50s. It's beautiful. Yes, it's Christmas with the ivy, but no, it's year round. It is, get my hand, just bought this from Vintage Vinny. I got one person on here. Yeah, yay me. That's hilarious. It's really pouring now. I hope you guys can hear me. It's 4.5 inches wide by 4 inches long, tall. Ooh, that's better. 18. Remember, if you see something you like, you can always email me later. But remember, if you don't do it immediately, it'll be sitting here for a month because I'm going back down to help my father with his surgery and be there over the holidays on Sunday. And my post office is not open on the weekends. Well, I'd like to be going through some mountains right now, Karen. I really would. Yeah, I mean, that was something I was going to say. I'll just say it. When my father passes on, I am planning to take about 4 months and travel through the middle of the country and back east and possibly up to Canada or Mexico, maybe over to India, and do some vintage shopping, but also just do some me time. And a big part of that is the mountains, the deserts, just driving, fresh air, etc. So this next item, enough about me. This next item is starting at 14. As long as I have Karen here. Oh, man. And I'm okay with ending the sale early today because it's rainy. It's a crappy day and, you know, it's okay. So got the owl salt and peppies. Yeah, totally, Karen. I've been through Washington on the train several times, but I've never hung out there. So I should. These are owl salt and peppies. I'm not entirely sure what they're holding on to. I guess it's jars with handles. How about that? Jars with handles? Yeah, Karen, bless you. It'll be a little while, hopefully, not a long time, but still a little while. They have little aprons with bow ties. They do not say where they were made, and I actually think that these they're cold paint, and they are ceramic, but they're kind of like a biscuity ceramic. And I know the majority of these things were made in Japan, and they could just be missing their sticker, but they're older, right? I mean, you can see the wear and the rubber stoppers. They're, 70s, late 60s. So I'm just wondering if they weren't American made. You got your salt, you got your, and they just got their big old owl eyes. And, they're obviously cooking up a storm. One has a smaller apron and one has a bigger apron. Who is that? Pepper has a smaller, salt has a bigger. $14 start. No damn, other than just being vintage and age, they are cold paint. And like I said, they're ceramic, but they also have that they're not ceramic. They're like bisky. So I think they're fantastic. Okay, we're going to move from these. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And I'm going to do this. And this is a higher priced start because this is fantastic. 35 start. It is blue drip glaze. It is 1970s, highly likely 1970s. Let me get that light away from here. See what I'm doing. There we go. It's dark, like midnight blue on the edges. And this light, like a starry night drip glaze. It is this really interesting oval diamond shape planter. It has no chips, no cracks, so it's like 4-paneled, and it's slightly raised on the edges. See that? How it's raised up? Both sides have the drip in the midnight blue into black. It is a kind of a redware. It is made in Japan, and based on this paper label with the leaves and the little artisan marks on the top, it could be, there you go. This type of label screams more 50s or 60s to me. That is, what in the world? That is, I don't know. Something from my table. There's nothing wrong with this. This was taken care of immaculately. These leaves remind me of, is it Enesco? I can't remember, but it's an earlier one because it's highlighting the, let me turn it around. It's highlighting the, there you go, the studios. See that? It's actually characters. And yeah, I think it's beautiful, Karen. I really, another piece that I'm like, we should keep this. It's 5.5 inches tall by 7 inches wide, and it's only at its widest point 2 1/4 inches wide. It's gorgeous. I picked it up and I thought, oh, this is really nice, but it kind of looks like a repro. Maybe it's modern. I don't know. And I turned it over and I saw the Japan sticker and I was like, wow, how wrong could I be? So now my fingerprints are all over it. But there you go. It's got a lot going on. She's a beauty. Okay. I'm going to do a couple more items and then I'm going to do about 4 more. And then I'm going to close for the day. This lady starts at 20. They brought her last week, and I said I wasn't going to bring her again, and I was going to keep her, but I lied. But this is the last time. I will be keeping her after this. She's a planter. Her and baby Jesus has stunning gold flecked painting detail. No chips, no cracks. That light blue garment and wrapping around the baby. The gold detailing back here. They didn't neglect the back. They often do. And it's just a small, mighty planter. I collect these. This is a really, really nice one. Especially the way like this pops out. It's really well done. And that's why it starts at 20. Look at her face. And then the baby with his little hand right here. So sweet. Now, let me read all that to you. Product of Shafford, Japan. It's got a mold number and something else going on. So I believe that this is porcelain. Sorry. I believe that this is porcelain. It feels and sounds like porcelain. Shafford is an English name. So I believe that a company in England, Shafford, like Shafford Steyr, had Japan make these. And it's porcelain. And, you know, it's 1960s, 1970s. And, you know, the planter is only 2 inches wide. And she is about 4.5 inches tall by about 4 inches wide. So there you go. Okay. A few more items and I'll bring a couple pieces of jewelry and we'll call it good. This is $12 choice. $12 choice. Nine-inch electric candles. Solid brass bottoms made by Noma. These are from the 80s. UL approved. That was a thing. You had UL, which was the electrical standard, approved. And if you weren't, people were dubious. There's 2 of them. They're in their boxes. They're exactly the same. They both work. The cord is 9 feet long, y'all. 9 feet long, which makes life really handy. comes with, I do not know that these are the original bulbs. You know, I mean, how could anyone actually say that? The only reason that I know they are older, so possibly the original bulbs, is because you see all the filaments inside. It's crazy, complicated filaments. They don't do that anymore. It's all LED. They don't do all the filaments. And I'm not able to show you so clearly. But trust me when I say that these are likely the original bulbs. You know, people get a lot of stuff for Christmas and they bring it out for like a week or two and they put it away, you know, and then they don't bring it out again. And here's the cord. And the cool thing about this as well is they both have the clicker. So you don't have to be right next to it. You can plug them in, 9-foot long cord, and then you can turn them on and off like this. And they sit in the window. You can imagine it with the bulb in, right? And then this is a brass bottom, just like it shows on the picture. Felted, 1980s, $12 choice. Excellent price, especially with the, it's a 6-foot cord. 6-foot cord, not 9. They're 9 inches tall with the bulb. 6-foot cord. 6-foot cord. I really like these. Another thing I thought, no, I should keep them, but you know, I only have one child, and she always, how she does her house up really big. And we have Christmas at her place downstairs in my father's house, an in-law apartment. So, you know, I do a little bit, but I don't do a lot because she's my only kid, and my mom passed, you know, 18 months ago. So I'm not going to do a big tree and everything up here and then leave to go down there. What, you know, not happening. So I see Susan in. If anyone else wants to get in, they would have to go 13 or higher. I'm going to count it down for Susan. Going once. Going twice. Whoa. Shit. Oh boy. One day I too will be bigger. And I will have a mod so that my fingers know what the heck they're doing. Sold to Susan for 12. Congratulations, Susan. Do you want one or both? Where'd my pen go? There it is. Good Lord. Susan, you got to tell me. Okay. Perfect. Good choice. Good choice. Okay. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. I'm gonna, the other 3 items I'm gonna show. I'm gonna do, thank you again, Susan. I'm gonna start this at 25. This is pretty epic. I know it's about 20 years old. It is a beautiful blue and pinkish paperweight. It is signed. There's the signature. The pontil, or the bottom of this, really has a little bit of scratching. You can find this artisan's paperweights online. Let me see. Here it is sideways. I think it's really cool. MP is her initials. It's Mary something. And she had someone else who worked with her. MP. It's really, really pretty. It probably weighs almost 2 pounds. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, thank you, Susan. It is. It is, let's see, 5.5 inches tall by almost 4 inches wide. Show you one more time. The inside. I wish there you go. And then the top is just twisty, like, you know, they blew the glass. They have all this swirled stuff in. And then the top, as they took it off the thing, they spun it. Whoosh, like you would spin candy cane at the fair. So this is really cool. I'm going to put it down and move to, I really want to show, sorry, as I'm leaning over. Did anyone see there? I got 2 people in here. Did anyone see the preview and see something that they're interested in that I have not shown? Please let me know. This one starts at 20. This is mid-century incredibleness. It is supposed to look like this. It is made in California, 1950s, MCM, oval, 3-footed. It's about 3 inches high. Large taper candle holder. Should there be 2? I don't know, actually. I've seen this. I've seen one of these online, but it was one. I have not seen them in a pair. So I kind of suspect that they were not necessarily a pair. But that doesn't mean I'm right. And I could also imagine this one with like 2 chunky tapers and a console bowl. I don't know. I'm making that up, but that's what I could see. Down here on the bottom, you see where it says like struts and capistrano is what it meant to say. And then there's its label. That's just the part of it. This was a California pottery company. It's gorgeous. I should have brought a taper candle over here to show you. Starts at 20. Year-round piece. You just put this single thing on, you know, your table, put a candle in, put some picks in. It's as deep as that much of my finger with my nail. So it's about 2.5 inches maybe. So you could put a tiny piece of foam and put sprigs of greenery, mercury picks, other picks, or just put something in and pop the candle up higher. Ignore this hole altogether and put an electric votive on. You could use this as I almost dropped it, as a riser for something else. Boom. So I'm going to put that away. And now we're going to And if you see something on the replay, let me know. $10. And this little lady is a buy it now. This is a Homeco angel cold paint holding a wreath. I did have one of her sisters, but she broke in the bag. So I'm keeping her. I glued her back together. She is cold painted, Homeco. Put it in your home. 1980s. Little blonde angel, $10. Buy it now. Got her label. Homeco. I think there was, this one other thing, because it's a Christmas thing that I want to show you. And then I'll show you a few pieces of jewelry and call it a day. So what am I going to start this at? Oh, and the Homeco, buy it now. Letter A for Angel. Letter A for Angel, emailing me later. This is also a $12 buy it now. Letter M for Mouse. The night before Christmas, candle included. It's a really fascinating little mouse. It's porcelain, and it was made in by Gift Co. Incorporated. Now, hey, one of those music boxes, even though it was Otagiri, I think it was a music box or something else I had recently, is a Gift Co. made in Taiwan. So this is 1980s, similar to Homeco. Still in its box. Boom. $12. Buy it now. This little mouse seems to be trying to blow the candle out. It's striped pajamas, little candy cane. It's the original red candle, which does come out. I know because I had it out. But now I can't. Hold on. There you go. See, it does come out. It has never been burned. So it's another one of those things never used. It says Gift Co. on the bottom. There's nothing on the back. It is probably 4 inches across. It's in a little triangle. It's a book, right? It's like a little book in the box. No chips, no cracks. Okay, let me put it away. Maybe I'll, after I show stuff on Friends Selling with Friends, maybe I will gift things to my daughter. I don't know. Y'all. I really want to show these because if I was still doing holiday parties, I would love to have them. So there's 6 of them. $45 for the set. I believe that they are dessert cups, sherbet cups. They are antique. They are wafer thin. They are turn of the century, 1900s. With this beautiful starburst, I don't know, pattern. There is 6 of them. There is no damage to any of them. It's a little bit of dust because I have a wood stove. There is all the separate teeny tiny panels, and then this is etched into glass. So they're not molded, they're blown. They're very thin. Hold on. It's borderline questionable to me whether they're crystal or not. They have a little bit of a crystal sound, but it doesn't ding super clear. Hold on. No. So I would go with a no. They are about 4 inches tall. Like I said, there are 6 of them. No damage. Little fancy dessert cups. Absolutely stunning. 6 of them. If these don't sell, $45 for the set of 6. I'm going to put them up on knickknacks before I go back down to my dad's. Because someone deserves to own these and love them. And it's not me because I don't have big holiday parties anymore. I used to. I really enjoyed it. I loved the stress of cooking for 2 days before and getting up at 6 in the morning and starting all that and having my house just fully decorated and everyone coming over and bringing in more food and just hanging out together. You know, stressful but so joyful all at the same time. I loved it. So we're going to pass on those. I'm going to show you a piece of jewelry and then I'm going to be done. This is it's very it's at least, let's just put it this way, it's at least 1950s. Okay, it's at least 1950s, and it very likely is older, but it's the pin back is giving me a little bit of a struggle, and I haven't researched it in a long time. So it is 3 inches long. I know you can't see that. There you go. 3 inches long. It is braided metal. That became really popular again in the 70s. It was popular in the 50s, but also at the end of the 30s. So that's why I'm confused about putting an age on this. And so I don't want to do it. Is it gold? I think it doesn't say anywhere on here gold, but I think it may be gold flashed. Gold flashed. Here is the pin. Now, part of the reason why I say this is because the pin is not sticking out farther than the clasp. And typically in the turn of the century, 20s to 30s, the pin would be sticking out. Nonetheless, there's things about it that just confuse me. Is that, and on the back, there's a little bit of wear where you can see the flashed gold right there where someone would be holding the pin has worn off. Here is a is that coming in very clearly? And then see, I really feel that this is older because this is like a pin or a screw that is holding the top onto the pin. That is not something that was done post like 30s. And in the war, we weren't using metals. So it's a very confusing piece. I know it's an older one. I know it's one of the ones I kept for a long, long time after I stopped reselling only vintage jewelry, because it was just that intriguing. It also has a different style clasp in general. And if you could clearly see that, and if you knew jewelry like I do, you would understand what I was saying. It's a very thick pin, so it may have been a gentleman's tie pin, or it's a lady's hat pin, possibly a lady's scarf pin. But that's what it is, $20. Okay, y'all. Unless someone, I do have a few more things, but I'm not going to worry about it. Like I said, it's rainy. I haven't had very many people here today, and that's okay. But it's for lunch, and I'm good with having a rainy day and just taking a break. Yeah. So, out of the two people that are here, is there anything you saw that you want me to talk about, or that you want to bid on now? Okay. So Susan and Karen, if you're still here, or even if you're not, I'm just going to say it here. I will invoice you tomorrow. If you can pay me by Friday morning, I will get your stuff shipped out afternoon. And anyone else who pops in and watches this later, what am I going to do with that? Unless you were watching it today, Wednesday, December 6th, and you got a hold of me by tomorrow morning, I'm just going to say that this sale is closed, because, thank you, Susan, because I can't ship it to you. I'm not going to be here, and my post office isn't open. So this is that one sale where I just can't carry things over. Generally, I can carry things from my father's house or from here, and there's several days. But because of the holidays and his surgery, there's not. So thank you, everyone who attended. If you see something, if you think about something, sorry, it'll have to wait till January. I hope everyone has a lovely holiday. I'll be on Janine's Friends Selling with Friends at 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday next week. And I'll have my Wednesday live sale, and I will ship everything out Thursday. No, I will invoice Thursday and ship everything out hopefully by Friday or Monday. That's right up against Christmas. I will not have the following week because it's too close to Christmas. And I'll see y'all in the chats. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for supporting. Hugs. Call a friend. The holidays are rough. Treat yourself well. Bless you. Seriously. Bless you. Bye.